Biden delivered his first legislative Senate win of his presidency, passing the near $2 trillion COVID relief bill, messing up the GOP strategy of we will stop everything in its tracks when we are in the opposition and go tell the people that Democrats cannot get anything done. So please do not assume that the Biden win was supposed to happen, because it was not supposed to happen despite 50 Democratic senators in the House along with the VP post. When Senator Al Franken joined the Senate, the Democrats had 60 votes, a supermajority. Despite the numerical strength in the Senate, Obama could only pass a pared down, chopped down economic relief package. And the way he struggled to pass the Affordable Care Act is well known across the world. Democratic majorities have never acted the same way as Republican majorities because they could never ever in the past were able to hold their line together and deliver. Before Obama, Bill Clinton, when he took office, had 57 Democratic senators and I think 258 Democratic representatives in the House. But despite that strength, he couldn't even get closer to his health care agenda, couldn't get the voting rights bill across. Out of the two Democratic priorities, only one has been passed and the other one, voting rights bill, is still under discussion. So having well more than 50 senators did nothing to help pass Democratic presidents. It was better than having a Republican majority Senate, but that's about it. So what changed? How did Biden manage to keep the 50 votes in line? Well, the GOP's obstructionist past, their decision to attack and thwart everything that Obama did, and their decision to ram through the Supreme Court nominations has made the Democrats realize their past mistakes and they are not ready to be fooled anymore. The Republican Party did what it can to sow some chaos into the Democratic ranks by constantly engaging Manchin through Rob Portman, and they have always kept their doors wide open with Christian cinema. But with Biden at the top, a man who had spent pretty much all his political career inside the Senate, the Republican strategy to divide the Democratic flock failed miserably. Because unlike Clinton, who often gave a cold shoulder to his own senators, Biden kept his phones close and senators even closer. He acted as if he was still inside the Senate, working with Chuck Schumer, keeping a close eye on the senators all the way through the vote. And unlike Obama, who spent days and weeks trying to get some Republican senators on board, Biden called the Republican bluff early. And he literally counted them out. Instead of wasting precious time to book GOP support, and despite the pressure campaign from the GOP to come to the table, which Biden was clearly aware that it's just another trickery from the GOP House of Tricks, Biden kept his eyes firmly on his side of the voting bloc. How can we get our 50 votes? Once he asked that question, he stayed firmly focused on the Democratic aisle. It became clear that Sinema was on board without the minimum wage part of the bill being tucked in. So minimum wage was dropped. So 49 votes in and one more to go. Manchin was the only vote that was left on the table after that. Biden gave that job to Schumer to bring Manchin and waited for the right moment to make the call himself. Reports indicate that Biden did call Manchin somewhere closer to the vote and made sure that his vote was also in line. So 4 things I believe worked for Biden, allowing him to pass such a huge bill without a hiccup. Unlike Clinton, he did not overestimate his abilities. Unlike Obama, he did not fall for the Republican bluff. Despite the bipartisanship pressure campaign mounted by the GOP, Biden remained firmly focused on getting the 50 Democratic votes instead of locking himself up in the GOP jail in search of the 2 or 3 GOP Senate votes. And instead of waiting and giving the Senate time to regroup under the new White House, the Biden administration moved early. It's barely 2 months since Biden took office and we already have a huge monumental bill cleared and ready for the president to sign. It still has to clear the House, but it's more of a procedural step right now considering who the speaker is. What Clinton could not do with 57 votes and what Obama struggled with 60 votes, Biden has done it with 50. But credit must also go to the GOP here because of what they did to Obama during his 8-year term. Without exposing their politics in such a brutal fashion, Biden may have fallen for the let's also bring some GOP senators on board fallacy. But he escaped. But none of this would have happened without Georgia sending Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff to the Senate. You cannot underestimate those two wins. Georgia, you have changed America for 2 years, so please give us another extension for 2 more. The country needs that assistance. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please subscribe.